Sometimes when you own an older vehicle, you just have to pick what you're gonna work on. And other times, it just likes to make it glaringly obvious what you're gonna be working on the next project. It's fine. It's all good. This is the plan. It's all part of the plan. Just help them out a little bit. You get your ketchup? Put your fuel in. And that tube here. It's fine. You all get hungry? Tricky truck's no different. I think the fuel filters, not fuel filters, fuel pumps bad. There you go. Fire it up. Let's see if we can get there by not going the normal way. We've made it!
Well, the truck got out first, but I think he's going to get plate treated by the Celica. He's not going to overcome power regulation this time. Celica goes another...
Wifey and I got done at the duct tape drags. On the way here, the truck only died twice. So now we're gonna go home and hopefully make it there all in one piece. So today, why don't we pull the truck around into the garage so we can check out some of this fuel stuff that I think is going on. That way we can have a little bit more space in there, work on it. Give it some pumps. Ah, man. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the sound of a dead battery, probably because our weather's been so cold. So never mind. I guess it's making it glaringly obvious that we're doing something else today instead. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Negatory. Pository. Doesn't help that they're both black. All right. We'll set it to turn them and burn them mode. Hide this so no one wants to wander off with it. Look at that. It's like it never happened. Yeah. Oh yeah. We can do some work out here. We don't have to be in the garage. That's fine. All right. Don't mind those. That's fine. That's normal. All right. Found out that this is a little fuel filter from the factory. I don't know if I take that off, if fuel is going to leak everywhere. But it could also show us something that we could clean out. You know, I just thought it'd be easy to turn. No. Who can take it? Oh no, I'm gonna get stuff on my... Oh no, I did already. Why am I wearing my good jacket? Yeah. That's a... We'll get to that. Do that later. All right, so here's the deal. I started working on the truck and the fuel system, but I wasn't prepared, and all of a sudden I got really unmotivated. So now we're probably about 2 months later, and I've been driving the truck around, and it's been okay, but it still has a fuel issue at times, but it's intermittent. So also with the battery dead, I hooked up the trickle charger, and I just put it on turbo mode. Seems to be fine right now, so I haven't touched it, not going to touch it. But taking a look, let me show you the fuel system here. Here is my inline fuel filter. I don't know if you can tell on camera or not, but it looks a little gross. So I figured the least we could do is go ahead and take care of that, replace it. I've got an extra fuel filter. And then I'm gonna get me some good old, let's find it in here. I picked myself up some Berryman B12. Seems to be all the rage on some of the other YouTube channels. So as far as a fix goes, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and dump a can of this in the fuel tank after replacing the fuel filter. And also we have a nice little issue going on underneath the truck. It looks like we've got some good leaks happening. So we'll see what we can do to address those. Or for today, we may just go ahead and top off. I know it's a power steering fluid, oil pan, definitely not happening anytime soon. So let's just do some stuff to the truck real quick. Got my safety glasses and gloves. I am ready to smell like gasoline for the rest of the day. But don't worry. Took my watch off, had all these help. Got me a PTC inline fuel filter. 2 carb, which is that way. All right. I always hate this and love it. Mostly hate it. Ooh, that was gross looking. This doesn't look good. Ooh yeah, that filter looks kind of disgusting. I hate smelling like gas all day, but I like cars. Cars take gas. I guess not all cars, but the ones that I own, it's really on there. Everything's okay. I'm getting tired already. I was hoping this would be quick. Guess what? Still here. You know, I have somewhere I need to go in about 20 minutes. Guess what I decided to do? Replace the fuel filter. Because that makes sense. Let's see if you can see this. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Here's what a clean one looks like. You can barely tell the difference. Which one was in there? I don't know. I had other thoughts. I tried to do some research to see, do people stick their air compressor hose and just blast the fuel line to clear it out? Because to me, there's a clog you could get rid of the clog. And I didn't see anyone doing such a thing. But it still makes sense in my brain as long as I don't shove it all the way through and up into the gas tank, because I'm sure I would damage something. So that was what I was planning to do today, but I have somewhere I need to be, and I probably need to leave in like 10 minutes. So I could just put this on and rock and roll. Funnel! The answer, hopefully, to all my woes. Down the hatch, son. Let's just do the whole can. Danger. Poison. Carefully pour entire contents. All right. Carefully pour entire contents. I only needed the first 4 words. Now, I also need gas. But fear not, I have that too. Because when you drive a truck that doesn't have a working gas gauge, you just carry that around with you. Let's see how much we leak on the ground. Oh, that's everywhere. I just wanted to, it's fine. I'm surprised that the paint right here on the truck looks as good as it does. Because someone has spilled gas in that same spot over and over again throughout this truck's life. I don't know who. I really don't want to do this for like 700 minutes. I might just empty half of this and then I'll just stop at a gas station that's like a quarter mile down the road. Don't worry, guys. I see what's happening. Just hold on. Just taking care of the paint. All's good. Usually I just use the windshield fluid at the gas station. And does works and wonders too. All right, let's check the power steering. Fill her up. I don't really know how much to put in there. But I do know the last time I 1000% overfilled it. Oh! Aw, man. I did it again. Oh man, that's just, this is just, oh, I got it. It's everywhere. Man, how did it go from nothing to, what are you doing? I'm swimming in the blink of an eye. Just 13 gallons on the floor, which if you do the math is half of this container. The problem is most people know what they're doing. I know enough to be dangerous and then these things happen. Huh! What's that? Let go. What is this? What are you doing? Give me my shirt back. All right. Well, it's wet. Everything's in there wet. Yep, that battery tray. Yep, that's wet too. That's wet too. Let's go to our appointment. Ah, man. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Is it just coming? It's just, yep. Yeah. So, I was meeting up with a friend, and I think the starter solenoid just went bad, and now I'm leaking coolant everywhere. So I'm gonna just run into Safeway here and see if I can get some distilled water and at least make it home. Why buy 1 gallon when you can buy 4 gallons? Because I have a feeling I know how this is gonna go. I mean, the reality is it's probably not gonna work at all. Yeah. What's wrong with this thing? Lift up. All right. Nailed it. All right, I went in to get 3 more gallons of water because after putting in 2, it was already pretty much still taking water, and I've got like a 20-minute drive home. Luckily, Carly just got off of work, so she's gonna meet me here and then she can just follow me with her hazards on and make sure that we make it all the way home. He's still leaking. Come on, tricky truck. It's fine. It's all good. This is good. This is fine. We're fine. I'm fine. Are you fine? I'm fine. All right. We're in. Temperature is slowly climbing. We're leaking a little bit of water. I gave the wrong directions to my wonderful, beautiful wife, but she's coming. It's all good. We're fine. Put the heater on full blast. Doing everything we can to keep the engine cool, even though I don't feel like having the heater on at the moment. And maybe we'll be smooth sailing. Just hopefully pray for no stops. All right, we made it. Yeah. I don't know if you can see the dribble. Hey, you know what though? We got here. I honestly would say that is God's grace, because the solenoid went, and if the solenoid hadn't gone, I would have just driven and I probably would have overheated and not even really realized it. Here we are. Wifey's here. All right, so we got the truck here. It's been sitting here for a couple of days now, and I need to get it running, or at least figure out why the coolant was leaking everywhere. It kind of looked to me like it was coming from all over the radiator. My hope is that it's just a burst hose. It wasn't spraying or a lot of mist type thing, so I don't think it's the radiator fins or themselves. Oh yeah, tastes a little funny, in case you're curious. Yeah, there's like a spring in here. What is this? What? Is this normal? What is that? I just don't even know. I think I might just put it back. I don't know what this is for. Must just be to help keep the hose from collapsing. But doesn't this just induce rust? That's pretty tight. Pour it in and see what happens. Aim. Don't make a mess, just aim. Past me had bought some stop leak, block seal, stop leak, radiator, permanent cooling system. So, I think I'm gonna give it a shot. I only have about a third of a bottle left. I don't know where my leak is coming from, but I'll dump this in, fill it with some more distilled water, and let the cooling system run it on through and see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? Read the directions. Danger, instruction. Instrucciones. Allow engine to cool. Fill radiator. Do things. Engine idle, 15 minutes. That's a long time. If you want to see a really cool party trick, since my starter solenoid went bad at the same time this leak thing started happening, I'll show you how you can bypass the starter solenoid. What's a starter solenoid? I don't know. Not really sure. Make sure you look away. So far, temperature's fine. While it's running, I have no leaks. So what did we actually learn from this and fix? Because in the beginning of this video, when we started in the present, we then went back to the past to see where the fuel issue first started. And then we went to the future again, which at that time was the present. And then we went further into the future. And now we're further there, which is the present now. But I guess when you watch this, it'll be the past, which means, anyway, what did we actually fix on the vehicle? Because it started with a fuel leak, but it ended up being a whole lot of other issues happening. Well, if I can get the hood open. Yeah. We fixed the starter solenoid because I thought it was a dead battery. Turned out that it was not a dead battery. We just had a starter solenoid issue that seemed to fix itself for a couple weeks, and then it came back. The radiator leaked itself everywhere, but now seems to be working. And the fuel issue, where this whole thing started with. Did we fix the fuel issue? I don't really know. I dumped a can of Berryman in there, haven't had any issues, but I also haven't taken it on the highway, which is where the issues first started. So, with all of that said, what did we learn? I don't know. I think what I learned is that by the time I edit this video, there's gonna be more things that happen. And I gonna just have to keep fixing things? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure.